here, first of all, because I care about you. I just want to make that clear. Okay? I care about what happens to you. I care about your future. Because me and Miss Sanders got 4 kids, and I could be at work right now. But I would rather be here. They call me, they're like, can you come play? Can you come work today? And I'm like, no, I got an engagement today that I gotta be at. And it's just because you guys mean so much to me. I remember being this age at Alderson Junior High. And I'll tell you a little bit about me in a second. But we all face things in life. We have things that are happening at home, with our parents and with our families and just in life in general. So for the next few minutes, I'm going to talk to you about me, but I want you to start thinking about things that you face at your home and start opening up your mind, opening up your heart, because I'm going to try to pour something into you today that I think will be life-changing for you. It's things that you've heard before, but it's going to be from a perspective that you may be able to understand a little bit better. First of all, I grew up in East Lubbock. Everybody know where East Lubbock is? The east side? All right. I grew up in the hood. On 2nd Street. And my life is full of a lot of love. We didn't have a lot. We didn't have a lot at all. But my mama loved me a lot. And I was one of those kids in junior high. I won't tell you about elementary because I was decent in there, I think. But in junior high, I was kind of like an avid kid. I was smart like you guys and whatnot. But I was one of the type of students where I would come in, get my work done, did it really good, get it done, and I finished before everybody all the time. I was smart. But then I would turn around and mess with other people, while they need to be finishing up their work. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so I made it through junior high. Carolyn Thompson was my principal. She was a Lady Raider, basketball player, super awesome lady. And she was my principal, and she worked with me a lot. I was in her office a lot, not because I was necessarily in trouble, but because she could always say things to me that made me understand how serious my education was, and how serious it was for me to take school serious. And so that's why I feel so indebted to come and talk with you guys and share pour my heart out so that you can understand what's going on. But anyways, I made it out of junior high from Alderson Junior High. I went to Estacada. Everybody know where Estacada is? Yes, sir. I went there for 1 year, but it was too easy. It wasn't challenging for me. And there were a bunch of knuckleheads running around. Again, you are who you hang out with. You are what you hang around. So you can't let people drag you where they are, okay? Everything you do right now, every single decision you make, every single person that you allow in your life right now can change the outcome of your future. Whether it be a big change or a small change. I say that to say this, I'm a non-traditional college student, like they told you. And when I got to college, I started in 2014. I've been at it for a while. I got there, and I was like, I'm smart. I got this. I sit down, and the teacher's teaching. I'm like, I don't know that. I don't know that either. Oh my gosh, I don't know nothing. But I was one of those students, really smart, but I didn't apply myself all the way. I didn't work as hard as I should have. I didn't pay attention as much as I should have, And we'll talk a little bit more about that too, about how we apply ourselves and what level we apply ourselves at. But I left Estacada after 1 year to get away from that. And I went to Monterey. I transferred to Monterey. Go Plainsman, by the way. And interestingly, in my life, my brother broke his neck playing high school football. He's a quadriplegic, so he's paralyzed from the neck down. He can't do anything for himself. He can't get a drink of water. He can't use the bathroom. He can't just get up and go walking. He's there until we do something with him or for him. Okay. And so when I transferred to Monterey, eventually my brother called me and asked me to come and live with him to help take care of him. But before that, I was homeless. I was literally homeless. How many of y'all think your mama get on your nerves? She always want to keep you at the house all the time. Don't want to let you go nowhere. Don't want to let you hang out. You just want to go with your friends for a little bit. You'll be back in an hour, right? That's it. But guess what? The reason she's doing that is because she cares about you. She knows what's out there. This world is so crazy. Like, you get in the wrong place at the wrong time and anything can happen. So your mom's protecting you. I didn't like that. So at 14, I decided I was moving out. And I did. But I went in, I remember getting my backpack, and I grabbed my jam box. That's all I had. The adults might.
Yeah.
That's all I had, you know. Here I come, I'm walking out the door, and I'm like, I'm out of here. And my mom was like, whoa, hold on. She was like, leave that backpack full of clothes in that jam box. I bought it. And I was like, man. So I sit it down. She lets me leave. She only lets me leave with the clothes I had on my back. So I walked away from a perfectly good home because I didn't want to listen. Okay? I slept outside the first night. I remember the first night very, 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 very vividly. I slept at the park. I was at the park. The cop comes through and the cop says, you can't be here at the park after 9. Besides that, you're out past curfew. This cop knew who I was, never my mom. I ran off. He didn't even chase me. Didn't even run off. I ran off. Y'all, it was tough. It was tough. Living outside, no clothes, no food, nobody to talk to, because all my other friends are smart enough to take their butts home and be good kids. Okay? So that decision for me to do that affected me in a way that you wouldn't believe. Because now, even still now, I think about that and I'm like, man, if I would have just stayed at home, maybe I would be a little bit further than where I am right now. So that's one example of where what you do right now can affect your future if you're not careful, okay? So anyways, I get through that. My brother calls me, he's like, I want you to come and take care of me. We were having trouble keeping a caretaker for him. You know what a caretaker is for somebody like that? Somebody, you know, gotta wipe their butt. I mean, you gotta feed them. You gotta do everything for them. I mean, everything. And so I spent my high school years doing that. My last 2 high school years doing that. Now, I also smoked weed and hung out and partied also whenever I wasn't doing that. Okay? This is another decision that affected me later on. Okay? I know that you're exposed
Teachers,
to it.
please pardon this interruption. If you haven't picked up your progress reports, could you send the student's office to get those? They need to go out this period. Thank you.
I know that you're exposed to it, being here in junior high. But you guys are avid students. You guys are a little bit more in tune with things. Okay? You have got to make some decisions right now. And I'm talking to all y'all that I know you see, I'm looking in your eyes because I want to know what you're thinking. And I see some of your wheels turning. But you gotta make some decisions right now that will set you up to be great later on. I waited to be great when I should have been great from the beginning. Okay? waste your time trying to fit in. Okay, most of us have a hard time. Who like to be liked? Raise your hand if you like to be liked. I like for people to like me. I don't care. I mean, I'm here.
Oh, come on. Y'all want to be liked.
Right?
I
You
know.
want to be liked? You want some friends? We all do. We all do. I can see y'all smiling. Y'all like, yeah, I'm cool. But guess what? That can stop you. That can stop you. And if you're in denial about whether being in the in crowd can stop you, I want to let you know right now, it will. Don't be a copier. Don't be a follower. I say that to say this. You have the opportunity to create your own story. You don't need to be like Ray Ray and Bobby and JoJo and whoever else. It don't matter what they're doing. I want to graduate from college. I'm starting my last year of college finally in January. And then I'm going to be done. And I want to graduate from college really, really bad. Because nobody else in my family has ever been to college before. I'm a first generation college student and I'm 37 years old. Okay? I have an opportunity to create my own story. Okay? You have an opportunity to do that too. And that's what I really want you to do. So I want you to write this down real quick. If you have a pencil or a pen, go ahead and get it out. This is really important. I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to challenge you because being challenged is really important. Nobody really challenged me when I was growing up. You know, I had people say, you know, good job, you know, whatever. Nobody really challenged me. So I want you to write this down. If you don't have a piece of paper, let me know. I got some small ones. Now, the important thing about this piece of paper, you got piece of paper? The important thing about this piece of paper, don't be too cool on me now, okay? The important thing about this piece of paper is that you're going to keep it for 100 days, okay? I know that sounds like a lot, but that's about how many days you got left in the school year, okay? Now, this is what I want you to write. Get your pen ready. Get your pen ready. Get your pen ready. Get your pen ready. Get focused. Y'all stay focused with me. This is important. The first thing I want you to write is that, you should write this, don't accept what life gives you. Okay? Write that down for me. And I'm going to tell you why that's important. Just because my family drank and dealt around with drugs and smoked weed and did all those things, and I seen that and that was around me, does not mean that that's what I have to do in my life. You're going to have to take responsibility for your life. I wake up every single morning. When I turn around and my feet hit the floor, I'm like, man, let's go. I'm ready to get it today. Whatever I got to do, I want to be the best. I want to be the greatest. Every single morning. So write that down. Did everybody get that down? Okay. Now, the reason why that's so important is because I want to graduate from college, okay? Not just because I want my kids to see me graduate. I want them to see that because Miss Sanders already got her degree. But and not only that, but I'm a first generation college student. I'll be the first one to do it. But I want to take care of my mama. My mama she's about to be 70 years old this coming year. And I want to take care of her. I have a great career right now in music. I've been making money for 25 years. I do pretty good. But it's not enough for me to take care of my family and my mother. How many of y'all wanna see your mother do better? Guess what? She deserves it. She deserves it. And so this is just another thing that you can write down on a paper. Write down on your paper, write this. Help mama do better. And I'm gonna be real simple with this because when you look back over it, I don't want you to be trying to figure out what we were talking about. I want you to know exactly what we were talking about. Okay, so how many of y'all have straight A's right now? Raise your hand, don't be shy, it doesn't matter. Okay, good. Listen to this, how many of y'all give 100% every day when you come in and do your work in the classroom? On every assignment, you give 100%, raise your hand. Raise it high. You give 100% every single time? You promise?
Promise.
Alright, cool. How many of y'all are 90%? 90% of the time you give your best at your work. How many of you are 80%? Okay. How many of you are 70%? Okay. Thank you for your honesty. That's really important. Now let me tell you something. What you do right now is gonna determine how you make it through college. Remember I told you earlier I didn't apply myself and I got to college, it was hard because I wasted too much time being a knucklehead. Class clown, messing around, playing around. You're missing little nuggets and bit pieces of things that you're going to need at the college level. Okay? It's so important. And I'm giving you these tools. I'm looking at y'all, all of y'all in your eyes. I'm looking at you. I see you. You're paying attention to me, right? But if you don't do nothing with it, it ain't gonna matter. I can talk to you till I'm blue in the face and I am chocolate and all outdoors. That's blue. But you gotta do something with what we give you. These teachers get up here and they pour their hearts out into you. Not for you to be messing around, tinkling around, and write a little note to my boyfriend, my girlfriend, whatever. This is not for that. This is for you to get better. If you don't get your ABCs, you cannot get your black eyed peas. Think about that. That's simple, right? If you don't work right now in school, you're not gonna eat later on. And I think y'all know what I'm talking about. And that's the way it's gotta be, man. Like, you gotta work hard now. You gotta put in some work. And so, there's two types of people in the world. In the animal kingdom, I think I can compare it to a gazelle and a lion. The gazelle is always running, like trying to get away, like, oh man, that might be, a lion over there, let me run, and then the lion come out here like, brr, I'm gonna take care of my problems. I'm gonna face it. Where you at? The lions don't back down, do they? Have you ever seen a lion back down? Nah, you're not gonna see no lion back down. Guess what? That's the way you gotta be. You gotta be the same way. You gotta come to school and be like, man, I'm gonna take care of my classwork. I'm gonna be the best student in this building. What's the point? What is the point of you coming here just to mess around? Your teachers don't want to see you fail. Your teachers want to see you be an all-A student. That's every teacher's goal. Besides them wanting you, they want you to pass, but they would love to see you be the best that you can be, right? We know that for a fact. So you have to take care of the opportunities that you have. Now, I'm gonna tell you a quick story. It reminds me of me because I'm a young entrepreneur. I'm getting ready to launch my advertising firm. It's called New Growth Advertisement. On top of being a musician and making money in that and in my schoolwork, of things because I want to stay busy and I want to be an asset to my community. So this guy, this young guy about my age, he goes to this millionaire. This is a true story, and he says, "Man, Jim, I want to be like you, man. Jim's a multimillionaire. He's got 5 or 6 businesses, great, great companies." And Jim says, "Well, you've been messing around a lot. I've been watching you for years, and you just never really get it together." And he says, "But I'll help you." He says, "I want you to meet me at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning at the beach, but I want you to be dressed in full suit." And he's like, "All right, man, that seems like an easy deal." And he's like, "Well, man, that's too early." He was like, "Well, I guess you don't want it." He's like, "No, I can do it." So he get dressed, the nicest suit he got. He meet the guy out there at 4 a.m. They meet right there on the edge of the beach. And the guy says, "Well, let's walk over it on the beach." And when they walk out on the beach, the guy's like, "Man, I'm messing up my Stacey Adams. Like, I'm getting sand all over my shoes. Like, this is crazy." And he's like, "Well, I want you to walk out into the water." And the guy's like, "Man, that's crazy. Like, I'm not trying to swim. Like, at 4 a.m., it's water cold. Like, I'm not trying to do this." He's like, "Do you want this bad enough?" He's like, "All right." So he started walking. He walked out in the water, hit him around the knees. He's like, "Man, is that good enough?" He's like, "No." He's like, "You need to walk out a little bit more." And he said, "Man, all right." So he walked out. It finally hits him right here on the waist. And he's like, "All right, I did it. So tell me how to be a millionaire." He's like, "That's not far enough." And he was like, "Well, I'm out here. This has got to be good enough." He was like, "Do you want to be successful or not?" He's like, "Yeah, I do." He's like, "Well, walk on out there some more." He walk on out there. It hit him at the shoulders. He's like, "Nope, I ain't doing this. Nope, I'm out of here." He started walking out of the water. The guy's like, "Well, I'm going home. You won't ever be successful." And he's like, "No, man, okay, I can do it. I can do it." So he walks back into the water. He walks out there, it hits him at the shoulders, then it's right about here, right below his mouth. The old man comes walking out there, walks up right next to him, grabs his head, dumps his head under the water, holding him under there. This guy's fighting to breathe. He can't breathe. He's scratching and clawing. He's like, "Man, this guy's trying to kill me." And he pull him up. And the guy's like, "Why did you do that to me? Like, why did you, like, I couldn't breathe." And I was like, until you want to be successful just as bad as you want to breathe, it won't happen. So what do we have to do to be able to live? We have to breathe. You want that bad, don't you? Because you don't want to die, right? You have to apply that to how successful you want to be in life. If you can have that same drive, that same passion to want to breathe as to be successful, there's nothing that you cannot do. There's nothing you cannot do. So I want to challenge you. I truly believe in my heart, after looking at you all, engaging you and looking at how attentive you are, I feel like I have a decent connection with y'all. Y'all know Miss Sanders, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do y'all do science projects in Miss Sanders' class? Like the experiments? Is anybody in her science class?
She said very good.
Okay, cool. Well, anyways, every experiment that's done in her class, I have to go get all the supplies for her. She always make me go. So I feel really connected to the school. And in particular, in this situation, I feel really connected to you guys. And that's the reason I'm here, is because I care about you. And so I feel confident enough to see if you guys will take a commitment. Who will take a commitment? Who will make a commitment to me? You don't know what it is yet. Just if you're ready to go to the next level in your life right now, raise your hand if you want to make a commitment. Raise it high like you're really excited. Okay? Here's what we're gonna do. We we only have, did we have one student in here that's all A's or none? None, okay. Guess what? That's gotta change. I want you to write on your paper right now, I am an all A student. Now read it 3 times real quick. Okay, now repeat after me. I am a great student. I am an all A student. I will not settle for less. Because I am the best. It's time to turn up. It's time to turn up. People talk about turning up for alcohol and drugs and all of that stuff. No. We turn up for our futures. What you want to be when you, what do you think you're good at that you want to be when you get up out of here? What, oh, a doctor? Write that down. What do you want to be? Write that down. What do you want to be? An engineer? Write that down. Everybody, think about what you want to be. Write that down right now. Harry. And then I want you to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 underneath that. All these things, you're not gonna have to write those right now. But I wanna talk to you about integrity. Integrity is when you can do the right thing when no one's looking. Nobody has to tell you to do it. You don't lie when you don't have to. All those kind of things. So I want you to go home tonight. Not before you do, this is what I want you to do before you go to bed, and there's a reason why. I want you to write 10 things down that you know it's gonna take for you to get to what it is you wanna be. Okay? Who will promise me to do that? Okay. Here's the reason why. Even after you write those 10 things down, there's still gonna be another 200, 300 things you may have to do, because we don't know how life is gonna fold out, okay? But when you start thinking about your future and making plans right now, your future is gonna be bright. But when you don't think about your future until you're 40, guess what? You don't have a lot of time to work with. You gotta do it right now. Something has got that inner lion. You gotta come out and just flex on your schoolwork every day. You hear what I'm saying? Like, man, ladies, raise your hand. All ladies. Raise your hand out. Okay. Ladies, don't settle and don't lower your standards for a boyfriend. Okay? Don't do that. Hey, this guy walk around sagging, got his butt down, you can see his dookie stains. You know, trying to be cool, all of that kind of stuff. That's not the guy you need. Fellas, raise your hand, real high, let me see. Bruh, don't get a chicken head. Okay? Don't get a girl who trying to fight everybody, always getting in trouble, office referrals all the time, don't never do right, got the lowest grades in the entire building. Don't do that. Y'all are elite, and you need to think that way. You need to act that way, because again, what happens? That person, that girl, or that guy that you're trying to be with can interrupt your future. Everything we're talking about has something to do with the future. Every decision you make right now has to do with the future. You create your future. You got to be thinking about your future all the time. I'm always thinking about how to get better. And like I said, I didn't do it as early as you guys. That's why I'm here, because I care about you. I care about you so much that I want to come in here and just pour into you and be like, look, just do it right. Just do it right while you have a chance. It don't matter what your mom and daddy did, how much they messed up, if they went to jail, if they did this or they did that. What are you gonna do? You can help them. You got to be a shining bright light. And you can do it. I've looked at each and every one of you's eyes since I've been in here, and I see future in each and every single one of you. Whether you see it or not, I see it. I wouldn't be here if I didn't believe that. I believe this is divine destiny. I believe it was meant for me to be here to talk to some of you guys. Some of you were thinking about giving up on something, even outside of school. And I'm here to encourage you today. Don't give up. When you get tired and you're ready to give up on things, that's when you need to fight harder. How many of you feeling stressed out right now about something in your life? Be honest. Okay, if you are, you need to talk to somebody. You can talk to me, you can talk to Ms. Sanders. Your counselor is right there. That's her job. That lady loves you more than I do. And that's a lie. You don't have to know me for me to love you. But I didn't have nobody like me in my life when I was your age. That's why I'm here. Losers lose, winners win. Okay? But it's all up to you. You determine your future. Repeat after me. This man is kind of crazy.
It's kind of crazy.
But he's right.
But he's right.
I'm just saying. Okay? I just want you to be great. And I felt like I needed to talk to you the way, now I would go to a political event and I would have to probably say some things a little bit different and talk to them, but I feel like you guys are young adults. And I feel like you're getting to that age where you gotta start making some adult decisions about what you wanna do in your future. Now, you ain't grown, but you're getting there. You gotta start thinking about it. Nobody needs to have to tell you, get a pencil, get over there and sit down, quit doing this, be quiet, go over here. Nobody needs to tell you to do that. Just handle your business. You straight A students. Now, about the straight A's. If you indeed get straight A's and you keep this paper for 100 days, this is the deal. You have to have it. At the end, I'll be back at 90-something days, right before school is out, so that I can make sure I get to meet with you guys. I'm gonna do something special for you. I'm not gonna just come in with a couple of pencils like, here you go, good job. Y'all like, man, that one ain't worth it. No, I'm gonna come in and show you some love. I got the money, but do you have the drive? Is there something inside of you that makes you say, man, this dude, now I'm gonna show him. I'm gonna show him. I'm gonna be the best at everything I do. Whatever you think it is that you wanna be, you need to start working on it right now. I was in the Army, I jumped out of airplanes. I don't know why I did that right now still, but I did. But it changed my life. It taught me some things. I got into bodybuilding. I competed about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. I don't know why I did that, but it taught me some things. I got into politics. I know why I did that, but it taught me some things. I got into college. I know why I did that, and it has taught me a lot of things. There ain't nothing you can't do. There ain't nothing you can't do. If you believe in yourself, raise your hand. Raise it up high. Don't act like you don't really believe. Guess what? I'm gonna raise my hand and my foot, because I believe in all of y'all. That much. But it's time to buckle down. Coronavirus has hit us at a time where we have to really, really, really show what we're made of. It ain't easy. Who left for a while? Who was out at home, doing online. Okay, so y'all know, it's different, isn't it? It's different online than it is being here. So you had to make an adjustment. Write this down. No excuses, adjustments only. No excuses, adjustments only. All right. Doing the right thing ain't easy. I made some mistakes, just like everybody else. I don't want to be up here acting like I'm perfect. But I don't make those same mistakes anymore. I got my life together. And it's such an honor, a privilege to be here. I almost want to cry right now. Because I care about you that much. And I want you to succeed. But you gotta want it just as bad as you want to breathe. Okay? Have I made any sense to anybody today? Okay, good. This is the one thing I need. I need two things from you. Number one is I need you to keep the straight A's like I told you, and then we're gonna party it up. We're gonna do something nice. And then number two, I need an invitation. Me and Miss Sanders need an invitation to your graduation. And you better not forget about me and her. If you forget about us, we're gonna come and find you and be at your graduation like, oh, remember us? Remember me? The old crazy band came into your class? All right, you guys gotta start thinking about the future. That's all I really want you to understand is that your future is based upon what you do right now, and you're gonna be able to help. How many of you got small brothers and sisters? Come on now. Come on now. Who else future are you? Who else future are you helping with? It's not just about you. It's about them too. They watching you. They're sponges. So we gotta take care of business. Any questions? No questions, really? That's crazy. What you want to ask me? What you want to ask me? Talk to me. Did you learn something? It's time to turn up. It's time to relax. It's time to get it together right now.
Why did you decide to turn back to college?
Why did I do it?
Why did you decide to turn back to college?
Well, like I said, I have 4 kids that are watching me. And although I have a good career, I think it's important for everybody to go to college. And so in order for me to be able to tell my kids to go to college, I have to have went and graduated before I can tell them, something about going to school. I just want to be an example. I want people to look at me and be like, man, if he can do it, surely I can do it. The old guy went back and got his degree. I mean, sure, I can do it. You can do whatever you want. When you put your mind to it, how many times have we heard that? Our entire lives, right? Mm-hmm. You can do what you put your mind to. Guess what? That's real. Those are old things. Yes, sir.
When you graduate, what are you gonna do after?
Well, I'm getting ready to launch my advertising firm. But I don't know. I don't know what God has for me. I think that the college, the media department, the mass comms department, I may get a job on tech because I want to help students. And I believe that I'll be able to do that. So I'm looking at that too. My advertising firm, I'll be able to run that no matter what. But what I'm saying is, make some plans. Start a business. Start thinking about it. Instead of Googling the next pair of Jordans coming out, Google how to become whatever it is you want to be that you wrote down on that paper. And remember, 100 days, you gotta have the paper, okay? You Guys, if you keep the paper, when you get there, you're gonna be writing on this paper the entire time. Every time you think about something you wanna do, go back and write and say, man, Mr. Sanders, let me go back. Write something down. Keep your thoughts fluent and thinking about it, because when you stop thinking about it, your dreams die. Dream no little dreams, okay? 100 days, same piece of paper. It should be yellow when I see it again. All right? All right, that's all I got for you guys.